You are opening a new restaurant and need to choose suppliers for key ingredients. You have three potential suppliers for fresh vegetables and evaluate them using the criteria below. So let's calculate the weighted percentage score for each supplier. Let's use the formula of rating weight percentage for each criteria, then sum all criteria. So we have here the supplier A fresh farm, supplier B city veggies, and supplier C market direct. So we have to calculate all of this. And let's start from the supplier A fresh farm. So let me calculate first the supplier A fresh farm. We have the criterion of quality and we also have the weighted percentage of 30% and the fresh farm of 5. We have to multiply these two, which is 5 times 30% is equals to 1.50 or 1.5. Let's have the price. Let's also calculate this price. We also have the weight percentage of 25% and the fresh farm of 3. We have that 3 times 25% is equals to 0.75. Let's also calculate the reliability. We also have the weight percentage of 20% and the freshman of supplier A was 4. So let's also calculate this too. 4 times 20% is equals to 0.80. We also have the location. The weight percentage is 15% and the fresh farm is 3. So let's also multiply this too. 3 times 15% is equals to 0.45. Let's also have the payment terms. We also have the 10% of weight percentage and the fresh farm of 4. So let's also multiply this too. 4 times 10% is equals to 0.40. The total of 3.90. Let's calculate next the supplier B city veggies. We also have the criterion quality and we also have the weight percentage of 30% and the city veggies of 4. So 4 times 30% is equals to 1.20. So let's also have the price. Let's calculate this one. We also have the weight percentage of 25% and the city veggies of 4. So let's calculate the 4 times 25% is equals to 1.00. We also have the reliability. We also have the weight percentage of 20% and also the city veggies of 5. So let's also multiply these two. 5 times 20% is equals to 1.00. We also have the location. Let's also multiply this too. We also have the weight percentage of 15% and the city veggies of 5. 5 times 15% is equals to 0.75. We also have the payment terms. We have the weight percentage of 10% and we have the city veggies of 3. Let's also calculate this too. Let's also multiply this too. 3 times 10% is equals to 0.30 and its total of 4.25. Calculate the supplier C market direct. Quality, the criterion. We also have the 30%, the weight percentage. We also have the market direct of 3 and let's all multiply these two. 3 times 30% is equals to 0.90. We also have the price. We have the weight percentage of 25% and the market direct of 5. 5 times 25% is equals to 1.25. We also have the reliability. The reliability has a weight percentage of 20% and the market direct of 2. 2 times 20% is equals to 0.40. We also have the location. The location, we have the weight percentage of 15% and we also have the market direct of 4. 4 times 15% is equals to 0.60. We also have the payment terms. We also have a 10% of weight percentage and we have the market direct of 5. 5 times 10% equals to 0.50. The total of 3.65. That's the supplier C market direct.
Question number 2. Which supplier would you choose? Justify your answer. I would choose supplier B, City Veggies. While supplier A has the highest quality rating, supplier B has the highest overall weighted score of 4.25. Supplier B offers a great balance. They have a perfect score in reliability and location, which is crucial for a new restaurant to ensure ingredients arrive on time and fresh. Their quality is still very high, and their price is better than supplier A.
Would you consider using multiple suppliers? Why or why not? Yes, we would. Relying on a single supplier is risky. If supplier B has a harvest failure or a transport strike, the restaurant would have no vegetables. We would use supplier B as a primary source but keep supplier A as a secondary backup, especially for high-end specialty items where the extra point in quality really matters.
What additional information would you want before making the final decision? So, here are the additional information that I want before making the final decision. So, first is proof of consistency. A score of 5 for quality is great, but is it always a 5? I'd want to see actual samples of their vegetables over a few weeks to make sure the quality doesn't drop when the weather changes or when they are busy. The second additional information is food safety certifications. So since this is a restaurant, safety is number one. So first are, do they follow health regulations? How do they store and transport the food? Are their delivery trucks refrigerated? The third additional information that I want to add is what if plans or the backup. Reliability isn't just about being on time. It's about what happens when things go wrong. And the second is if their truck breaks down, do they have a backup? And the third one is if a specific vegetable is out of stock, how quickly can they find a replacement? So the fourth additional information that I want to add is minimum order requirements. Some suppliers have a minimum order quantity. If supplier C is the cheapest but requires me to buy 100 lbs of carrots when I only need 10 lbs, I'll end up wasting money and food. So the last one is reputation and reviews. First is I would want to talk to other restaurant owners who use these suppliers. And the second one is the delivery driver professional? And the third one is it easy to get a refund if the tomatoes arrive squashed? And the last one is, do they communicate well?